Chair, Honorable Stephen Blackett, Senator the Honorable Dr. Esther Beyer, other government officials. I recognize the presence of the PS in the Ministry of Social Care, Constituency Empowerment and Community Development, and our acting DPS, Deputy PS, I'm sorry for using the acronyms, Deputy PS, Mr. King, who's also present. Ambassador Barfor, Head of Delegation of the European Union to Barbados and Eastern Caribbean, and all other officers from the European Union. Dr. Seeley, Chair for the National HIV/AIDS Commission, and other officers of the National HIV/AIDS Commission. I recognize the principals and the guidance counselors in the group. Specially invited guests, or counselors nicely attired. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to be here to represent the Ministry of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Let me first make an excuse for Minister Jones, who would want to be here but had a prior engagement. We believe that this program, Transition to Secondary School, is a needed program in Barbados, and we commend the HIV/AIDS Commission and the European Union for partnering with us so that we will see it to this day where we have the launch and we can see it in our schools starting from September the 14th. The Ministry of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation, we have worked closely with the European Union on several projects, and the ambassador would have alluded to the fact that for 2 years, in 2013 and 2015, we would have worked to deliver stationary kits to all students writing the Barbados Secondary School's entrance examination. We did it in 2013 and 2015. Approximately 4 months ago, 3,510 students sat in secondary schools throughout this country and wrote an exam. It is true that after they completed our exam, while waiting for the results, some primary schools would have had programs to prepare them for entry into secondary school. We are aware that some secondary schools also have their own programs as the children enter and their own orientations. But we know that every school has a different program. And therefore, it is good that we now have one program that all schools will be following. Can you remember your first day at secondary school? It is something you don't forget. Just like you remember where you were September the 11th, 2001, was it? All, everybody remembered where they were. The impact of going into secondary school, I know, is a traumatic one for a lot of people. And yes, a lot of schools do concentrate on the academics. They tell them you're going to get at least 10 to 11 teachers rather than one. They tell them that you're going to be doing 10 or so different subjects and 10 or so different books, and they orient them to the subjects. But we don't look at the softer side. And I remember, because it was traumatic for me, going in, the school is bigger, it is darker, I got lost, I didn't know where to go, and all these strange faces. So we need programs like this to help the children orient themselves. It could be upsetting, but we want it to be exciting as well. And therefore, I know with the help of the guidance counselors, and I see several of them present here this morning, that we will be able to have this program in our schools. And you will not only work with the first formers, but you will continue with them as they transition from form to form, because that is also traumatic for some persons as well. We're having persons now transitioning into lower 6. And that is something when they start in the Cape, moving from CSEC to Cape. All of this transition is going to happen throughout their life, because that's what life is about. And as we go through and we open another chapter, we close one, we are going to be met with things that we have to adjust. So the Ministry of Education, we are saying here, and I am pledging here on behalf of all of the principals and the guidance counselors, that we will embrace this program, correct, guidance counselors? That we will use it to the best of our ability. We will cooperate with the persons who are coming into the school over the next 2 weeks. and we will give it our best for the children of Barbados. They are the future, and those are the ones that we're looking to. The program proposed here is exciting, and I'm sure most of you will see from the packet the topics that they're going to be covering, and these are topics that we need to spend a lot of time on, because we want to look more at prevention rather than looking for a cure when it is too late. We want to make sure that all of these children come out as well-rounded citizens at the end of the day. So we have to recognize that all of these social problems that are going on in Barbados, that we have to do something now to help, and we need to start. Not even, well, we're starting at the secondary level. We probably need to have a program like this, Mr. Ambassador, at the primary level as well. Right, Dr. Boyce? The ministry is therefore here to lend support as this program rolls out over the next 5 years. We expect that all 3,510 students will benefit, and we will be always ready to lend any support to both the HIV/AIDS Commission and the EU as they partner with the Ministry of Education for the betterment of the children. So we wish you every success in this program. We're committed to T2S. Pastor Sermonies.